Hey guys, how you going? Today is, what is today? It is, wow, I lost it for a moment. It's Tuesday and it's the 20th of May. Wow, man, the year is going quick. I'm just finishing up. Thought I'd pop in, do a quick do a quick video and show you how I do things here. It's my FPOS machine. I settle them up at the end of the day. Settings, settle. Been a little bit of a quiet one today, but it's worked out well because it's giving me time to prep for the new shipment. And that, the old mates, that arrives on Thursday morning. So we'll have a lot of bolts in there and stuff, so we'll be putting those away. That's Thursday's mission, which will be a bit of a mission. And we got our little man on there, our J Fastener man. It's kind of the brand. So we've got a few of those going out in the next few days. Probably got about 12 sets of those will go out to. We've got a new customer, and they're a nationwide company, and they love them. They've had a set here and there, and they've come back with positive feedback, very good feedback from their clients. So they told me today they'll be putting an order through. So I'm pretty stoked about that. For a little business like me to be able to take on a nationwide account like that. And it came down to a fella that I knew there who's the GM, and that doesn't go astray, knowing the right people. So that's one in motion. But I'll show you what we're sort of getting in, guys. Come with me. Oh, look at my TiVo. Oh, that's so lovely, I tell you. It's so lovely. Because it gets cold in here. Tilt slab. So she does get cold. And a lot of the air with the previous heaters I had, it just got lost in space. But come with me and I'll show you what we're getting. So, and it'll give a good idea for me to show you a few different fasteners and why they're called what they're called. So these are all stainless steel, and the whole aisle's just full of it. It's all stainless steel. These are what you call socket head cap screws. Now I bring these in, I bring them in full thread, not partial thread. Partial thread is like that, where you have shank and then thread. I bring them in full thread. So it's kind of like in a sense, for whatever application you're doing, certain applications, a one size will fit all because you can nip it off if it's too long. You still got thread. So that's what those are. So we've got some of those coming in stainless steel. These here, I'll try and bring it down a bit. Those me mates. Those are what we call stainless steel nylock nuts. Now, why is it? Can't you see? There we go. Now, it's called a nylon lock nut because it has a nylon bush in the cavity. And what that does is, as you screw it onto the bolt, it's like an ordinary nut until that nylon insert catches, and it locks and creates itself a thread around the bolt. Hence the term nylock nut. And then stainless steel flat washers, I'm sure everybody knows, that's just like a little M8. And then these here, this here, it's an Allen key, it's not a socket head cap screw. This is what you call a button head socket because it's a button head, it's round. So hence the term button. Put that one there. So we've got those coming in. And then these here, that there is a stainless steel countersunk socket. Looks the same, but you've got the V under the head. So if it was like going through timber into something or steel, you would you would use a countersunk drill bit to recess it down so it sits flat. And you look at the end of the screen there, I'm trying to show you what it would look like flush, like that. where you can just see the head of it. So we've got those coming in, and then we've got stainless steel hex nuts coming in, not an eye lock, just a plain hex nut, no insert. So you screw that on to retain tension on a bolt. What you would do is you wouldn't just clamp it up tight and think it's happy days. It'd work itself loose. You would take a spring washer, which has, see the little split and how it sits high on one end? You'd put that in before the nut and tighten that up, and that split washer would retain tension on that bolt, hence locking it, preventing it coming off. But if you're that a little bit concerned, you just double nut it or throw an eye lock. But that's the idea of those, and we've got those coming in as well. So we've got a few things. We just put another order in for H-Packers, so they'll be coming through. I don't know if we showed you what a mixed kit was, but we have a few versions of our H-Packers. We have the individual sizes, 1.5mm right through to 10mm down there, the big slabs there, which are the black ones. And then we do these. We make these up. This, guys, that's a mixed kit. That's got a range of all sizes included in it, and a nice tight slab. 1.5, 2mm, 3mm, 4mm, 5mm, 6mm and 10mm. And we've got a little abundance of those. But we will be doing more. And then these here, I think I showed you, but these are wood screws, interior wood screws. So that's those. And I'll show you something you might not have seen every day, but I'll show you a couple of things, because I do want to talk about nuts and bolts today. Now, all I've got to find is where I put the bad boys. Well, here's one for you. That there, it's not just a hexam bit of steel, it's got a thread in it. Now that's called a coupling nut, hexagon coupling nut. So if you needed to join two bolts together, M16, which is what this size is, you could do, or you could use it as a connector. They call it like threaded rod connectors and coupling nuts, a lot of terms for it. You could use it to join threaded rod together, and they will typically use like M10s and that when they run suspended ceilings and that, like in commercial buildings like Pack and Save and places like that, where they have the ducting, and they'll run like 10, 2, 3 meter rod, and it's run by like overhead, like through a multi-strut system and all that, and that's what they'll use, is something like that. And they make pretty good fishing weights actually. They do weigh a little bit. So, you know, there's more than one application for a bolt. You could use it as a sinker. One of the other things I want to show you is, we'll show you these. These guys, only wanted one, didn't need two. See that there? That's a dinky little thing, isn't it? That's called a cup washer. And what that's designed to do is it's designed to take a countersunk screw, something like what I showed you with those countersunk sockets, where it's got the B. And these are used in upholstery, on material, canvases, so you don't tear the material you're working with. You would put that on if you had some material, and then you'd run your screw through it, instead of directly running your screw through your material or your canvas, because it'll rip through, it'll tear through. So you put that over, and that goes over the circumference of the material, and the screw goes in, and then it's happy days. It's not going to tear, it's not going to fray. So that's why it's called a cup washer. Now, where is the little doohickey I wanted to show you? I've probably got them on the other side. That there, it's called a Mac drive pin, or a metal nail in anchor, because you've got a metal pin there. And if you were doing, say you're doing some some fencing, steel fencing, and you got your balustrade along the bottom there. You drill into your concrete, and this is what you do. You'd place that through the metal rail. The base of this would go into the concrete until it sat flush against it, and then you'd belt that. And as you belt it, that pin drives right through there, and it flares those open like wings, and they lock into the concrete. That's what you'd use. And that's a 6.5 by 30. There you go. People say drill 6.5, you could actually drill to 7. It'll still pull up, you just got to smack it. Sorry guys, I'm drinking and talking as we go. I got to go to the bin, put it in the bin. And I'll grab me one more beer before I do leave. And then what do you think of this? That's a big can of paint, isn't it? That's razzle dazzle paint. That's line marking paint, temporary marking paint. So if you're on a construction site, or you're doing DIY at home, or you just want to make your local playground look nice, the grass, paint it, it marks it. It's temporary paint, it'll last up to 3 months. So that's what that does. And I'm still trying to find this little doohickey so I can show you. I just don't know where I put them, guys. I've got stuff all over the place. It was going to be a dropping anchor. It's like a nut. It's a round type of nut. And if you're wanting to bolt something to concrete and you don't know how to do it, what you would do is you would, if you wanted to bolt a rail down to the concrete pad, obviously you'd have something between the concrete. Here we go. I'll show you the big ones. That there. It's not steel pipe. It's got thread in it. Look closely. See that little red thing in there? And then we'll turn it over and see how she's hollow in there. But can you see the slits? So what you do is you drill that into the concrete, and you drill a 12.5 mil hole. Sorry, no you wouldn't, because that's inside. Sorry, you do like, what am I telling you? What size did I grab? 16. So that's probably like about 80 mil hole, 19, I can't quite remember. And then you plant that in the hole, and you can buy what they call a setting tool, but a nail punch or a solid bit of bar that you get inside there will work equally as good. Get it in there, place it on top firmly, make sure it's level, and then belt it. And that will flare open, and that will lock into the concrete like that, which will enable you to bolt your threaded rod, your bolt, or whatever you need to be fixing into this to hold whatever, is what will do it. So that's called a drop-it anchor, because you drop it in. Hence the terms like these here. These are called coach bolts, carriage bolts, square neck bolts. So many different terminology for fasteners like that. And if you wanted to get technical with it, it would be DIN 603, which refers to a coach bolt. When it comes to bolts, nuts, fasteners, anything, there's always a DIN number, an ART number, or an ISO number to associate what that product is. That's called international terminology, and there's books and catalogues for all that. That's only if you start to get technical. No point in getting technical. Let's call a bolt, a nut, a washer. It's like, you know, a spade's a spade. So I'm just grabbing a beer here, guys, but this is what I do every day. I really love what I do every day. And you know what? There's one person I forgot to mention who is a very big part of this business. And I met this guy 13 years ago. And he's helped us out a lot. He's become family. And that guy is called Mike, who's our accountant. And He's absolutely fantastic. He helps us out in so many ways, and just wanted to give Mike an acknowledgement. He's down in Nelson now with his lovely better half, Linda, enjoying life, and so he should. He's worked hard. He's a good gent. So, Mike, this is what the shop looks like. It's changed since he's been here a bit. It's had a lot of changes. But just to give you an idea what we're getting in Thursday, guys, is we've got stainless steel bolts coming. We've got button head sockets coming that we just looked at. We've got countersunk sockets coming. We've got socket head cap screws coming. We've got hexagon head bolts coming. We've got hex nuts coming. We've got washers coming. There's a few little bits and pieces, and we'll get that put away. And then another 2 weeks, we got another 1.2 tons of that black cloth tuck tape that nowhere in New Zealand will you get pay $5.80 for a roll of 98 by 30 metre black cloth duct tape, universal tape. Only J Fasteners, because we wholesale it. We bring it in to give you the better deal. Why bother with the big chains when you can come direct to the source itself, us? And it's like that little old saying they have, we'll see you right, mate. We always do with people. And the one thing you can be sure of is we know what we're talking about. We can advise you what to use. Most stores you go to, they're just trained to scan that product and take your money. They wouldn't have a clue really what it is, what it could do, or what you could do to substitute that item, or what could work for your project. Whereas we do know. We do know what those things are. We can guide you through the process. We can advise you what to use. So I just wanted to make a quick video, do a shout out to Mike, because Mike's a very big part of our business. We might not have seen him for a little bit, but he's always with us. We're always thinking of him. And the other thing I wanted to say is stay tuned, because Thursday is going to be a good day. The shipment's coming in. I'm going to film it as it comes in. Julie and myself will be hands-on with it. We'll have the camera rolling. If people walk in, the camera's just going to be rolling. That could actually be a bit of a laugh. So I want you all to sort of stay tuned and watch that. And like I said, I don't do the videos every day, because I do get a little distracted. And yesterday I just got sidetracked, and I was a little tired, to be fair too. So I'm endeavouring to do more and more, and we have been brainstorming and putting a few things together, and I've got to turn this thing off. But you know, here at J Fasteners, we pride ourselves on what we do. We're very proud of what we do and who we do it with. And we look forward to getting to know more and more people and building relationships, assisting. There's nowhere in New Zealand we can't send product. We can send it anywhere. And we could probably do it, freight it a lot cheaper. Because I'm well aware of what freight is. I send freight all over the country. So I'm well in tune with freight and stuff. So if you do have any inquiries, any projects, contact us. We're on the net, www.anjfasteners.co.nz. Phone us, 09 263 5464. Come and see us. 31D Bowen Street, Waiuku, postal code 2123. We are a good family business here to assist people and have a good laugh while we're at it. See, for myself, I'm all about having a good time, because life's too short not to. Although we all have our bad days. I have my bad days, and then sometimes when I do, I soon snap out of it. I look at the sign and realise why I'm here, and it's like I've told you before. I've been asked many a time, and I'll keep getting asked, what does A&J Fasteners stand for? It's very easy. Our boys, Anton and Jared, A&J Fasteners. So just in case anyone's worrying, but I'm going to let you all go because I've been rambling on and doing some weird shit. But I just wanted to show you guys what some of the stuff was and explain why it's called what it is, and also what you could use it for and how it's to be used. The one thing I know, guys, is I've been doing this a very long time. I know nuts and bolts, and I know it better than most people, and that's the truth. So I'm going to let you all go because I need to have a puff and I need to make tracks because it is getting dark. I mean, it's after 5. But hit the like, subscribe, share it, and yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel because I wanna know more about everybody, and let me know what you guys do, because this is what I do. This is my work. This is what I do every day, and I'd like to know what everybody else does. Tell me what you do. What do you do for work? Do you enjoy it? Do you have ambition? Do you want to start your own? Let's have conversations like that, because you know what? If people are wanting to have conversations like that, I definitely want to sit down and have a conversation, because you know what? You can ask away and I'll tell you what I know about it. And you might be able to make an informed decision, or you might just think that guy's talking rubbish. But I've been doing this a long time, so I do know a thing or two. So yeah, hit me up, guys. Let me know, ask me anything. I'm an open book. But until then, I'm going to let you go. So for me, it's peace out. Hit the like, subscribe and share, and I will catch you on the next one.